On May 5th, 2025, YouTuber Lexi Ray, known for her peaceful mountain living videos, reviewed her trail cameras after a restless night.
Good morning. I have been weed whacking for the last hour and a half, 2 hours or so, but I desperately need a break. And we have 1, 2, 3. We have 3 game cameras up along our property. So I was going to go check those and take you along with me. Let's go do it.
At 3 a.m., she'd been jolted awake by 2 loud gunshots, echoing through the woods. Her neighbor later told her a mountain lion had come right up to his porch, triggering his motion lights, and that it had come from her direction.
Yeah. And then, the other morning at like 3 a.m., I woke up to 2 gunshots, which sounded like it was right in our backyard, and I was like, what the hell? So in the morning, I texted our neighbor, and I was like, was that you out there shooting? And he said, yeah, a mountain lion came up right to his house, and it triggered his motion lights, and so he scared it off with his gunshots, and that's just right there. And he said it came from our direction, so hoping to catch something good on these. George hurt his leg.
Curious and uneasy, Lexi checked her cameras. Footage she hadn't reviewed in months. Between clips of deer and her dog George, limping from a recent injury, she spotted it. A gaunt mountain lion gliding silently past her property.
Of us just walking, and a lot of deer that I went through and deleted a lot of it because too many deer. There I am on my way to work, 4 a.m. Some more deer. You can see I really haven't checked it in a while because there's snow in these. Lucy loves chasing our car. And then here we are having a bonfire. I knew I would find a mountain lion on these. Bro. And then the next day, looks like the same mountain lion. And then 2 weeks later, another mountain lion. Yeah. A few days later, another mountain lion that looks actually like a male, like it's different than the last 2 mountain lions.
The next day, it returned. 2 weeks later, a larger male appeared. In later frames, glowing eyes blinked from the trees, then vanished. There was one time we captured a bobcat on here, which was really cool. And of course, we always capture the cutest little baby deer. These ones are just beautiful. You can see this deer bounding away from something. In the blink of an eye. The once bustling woods now felt eerily still, as if smaller creatures had fled. When Lexi uploaded the footage, comments poured in. Some warning that wolves would be next, others noting how the lion looked thinner each time. Year after year. On July 11th, 2025, solo traveler Sydney from Sydney's State of Mind uploaded a video that began as a peaceful road trip along Oregon's misty coast but quickly turned unsettling.
Including where Lewis and Clark stayed before returning back east to St. Louis. Oh, and I stayed at one of the worst campsites I've stayed at ever, and my gut eventually told me to leave in the middle of the night. This episode is a busy one, so I hope you all stick around till the end. If you're new here, hi, I'm Sydney, and I've been living and traveling the country in my Volvo XC90 since last April. I kicked this episode off leaving my campsite.
While visiting Cannon Beach, she noticed a man acting oddly near her car. Choosing caution, she launched her drone instead, capturing breathtaking shots before driving off.
My gosh, that's seagull. Excuse me, sir. Oh. Somebody back there is being kind of sketchy and approached somebody else at the scenic stop. And also when I got out of my car, he walked over here. In lieu of sketchy people being here, I just flew my drone, and the drone shots were so pretty. Time to move on.
As she continued north, eerie signs appeared. A lone grave marked known only to God, a corroded shipwreck, and a coyote wandering too close in daylight. By nightfall, her Washington campsite felt wrong.
Grave. Found on the beach April 25, 1865. Known only to God. That's so sad. A sailor died, but they made a grave for him, so that's cool. There's some sort of door going on. I'm just gonna go up there.
Muddy, silent, and shadowed by leaning trees. Her drone malfunctioned, clipping her arm in the car. At 2 a.m., something in her gut screamed leave. She fled into the rain, exhausted, but safe.
Concrete batteries by the early 20th century. But perhaps the most dramatic chapter in Fort Stevens' story came during World War II. On the night of June 21, 1942, a Japanese submarine surfaced off the coast and fired on the fort. While the attack caused no casualties or significant damage, it marked a rare moment in history. Fort Stevens became the only military installation in the continental United States to be directly attacked by enemy fire during World War II. Interestingly, the commander chose not to return fire, fearing that doing so might give away. It's not as bad as one I stayed at my first night in Oregon, which I wasn't filming. I did put it on my story. I don't know if it loaded though, because I had no service for like 4 days. But somebody had used that area as a trash dumping pile. It's nearly 2 in the morning and I don't feel safe here anymore. Something just kept telling me to leave that site. My gut just kept telling me to leave because I thought that I would be trapped here if I waited until the morning. Trapped with a downed tree or something. Because it's raining and it's been raining all night, and there was a giant hill with leaning trees next to my site, so I just didn't feel good about it. So yeah, I'm leaving. I kept trying to fight my gut, but it just kept telling me to leave. I could just park there. That's like a...
Viewers later praised her instincts. One commented, "On the move. Always love the drone shots. Always trust your gut."
I'll sleep good tonight though. I gotta get out of here. I don't like it here. This is one of those mornings where I'm not enjoying myself. I'm almost done getting ready though. Man, I do not like the Pacific Northwest.
Posted by Wildcat Adventures, this 2-day trip across the Welsh countryside began as a dream escape and turned into a battle against the elements.
YouTube, I'm back in Wales and I have a little special guest with me today. Can you guess who it is?
Bore da pawb. Croeso I Gymru.
What does that mean?
Welcome to Wales, basically. Welcome to Wales.
So Bev, if you don't know Bev is the coolest chick in Wales, and it's official, okay? So give her lots of love in the comments. So, yeah, let's head off, and we've got a very special little place to camp out this evening. I hope you like it.
Looking forward to this.
And also, apparently, you can hear the screams of people in the night. Hopefully. I do, don't I? Oh, that's cool. A little secret hut. You can sleep in that, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Flat and dry.
The soldier, you know, comes behind her, so it starts pouring down with rain. But the screams get a bit loud.
We'll come down.
Kat and Bev set out in high spirits to camp near the ruins of a centuries-old castle, rumored to be haunted by the ghost of a fallen soldier seen at sunset.
We got through here. Oh, now this might be the spot. This is the spot, isn't it? Bowling green flat, wicked views. I mean, the house can see us, but is it going to bother? Probably not. As long as we don't have a fire, which we're not.
Wow. That's rather nice, isn't it?
It is, isn't it?
Left behind, like just old rusty relics, machines, and oh, it's so cool. And then that village,
Oh, that was just amazing. Absolutely amazing.
it's like a whole miners' village, not just a cottage or row of cottages. It's like a whole village, abandoned village. Oh, you might win.
No. It'll be a while. I'll be fine.
There we go. Done.
Oh, that was good. See, I told you you'd win.
So yes, I am aware that, you know, we're camping in a castle and it's, you know, it's not the best place to camp.
The day was calm, but night brought howling winds that forced them into an impromptu car camp, sharing the lot with suspicious cars that came and went in the dark.
It is more than just a bit breezy now. It is getting up to a good sort of 40. I don't know how bad the wind is outside, but it is blowing my centre pole in. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be sleeping much in this. This is getting a bit crazy. If I had my crossing poles on, I'd probably be all right, but I don't have my crossing poles because it's forecast still. Because I checked the forecast. Whoa! Jesus, mate, this is crazy. Like, we're not sleeping in this. The tent will take it, but I ain't sleeping, am I? That is ridiculous. And apparently, according to Met Office, 20-mile-an-hour wind gusts. Not a chance. Not a chance is that 20. That is bad, isn't it?
That's definitely the most important. Yes. I saw my tent pegs ripped out. It's
Thank
just,
you.
You know, it just is what it is, isn't it? There's no. If it was normal ground.
Yeah, you'd be able to get the tent pegs in properly, but they're all in sort of like that kind of angle, aren't they?
Yeah.
Right. Let's do this then. Let's go home. Yeah, let's go and sleep in the car. Well, we're back at the car. And yeah, we decided to car camp for the evening. We've come down to the car park that's just right down by the beach. So yeah, I'm going to keep here in the back of the car. I feel like a little bit of a wuss, but having said that, you know, we were up there, when we first got there, there was no wind whatsoever. And then it just steadily got worse and worse and worse.
Laughing it off the next morning, they continued to Dorothea Quarry for one more night, only for gale force winds to strike again. Their tents collapsed, poles bent, and they once more retreated to their car. Despite the chaos, their laughter never faded. Terran Outdoors isn't just about trails and travel. It's about lessons learned in the wild.
Posting my outdoor-related content, but the truth is that I have been recording my adventures for many, many years now. And as I've been going through my old photos and videos, I came across some footage of a mountain bike trip to Whitefish, Montana. And what happened on this day became a memory, a story that I share often because it impacted me deeply, a lesson was learned, and will forever be engraved in my mind. Now, if you are a human, you have likely judged.
On a bright spring day in Whitefish, Montana, Terran and his friends set out for a simple mountain biking trip. Clear skies, friendly hikers, nothing out of the ordinary.
We rented some mountain bikes and headed out to the trail, which was about a mile away. Trailhead was busy. There were all sorts of people out and about. You had hikers, you had bikers, you had people walking with their dogs, people running with their dogs off leash, big groups of people, people walking by themselves, and so on. And when you're on a mountain bike, navigating around them, your eyes are wide open, paying attention to your every move, and often calling out things like, excuse me, or on your left, and of course, thank you. So naturally, your mind takes note of who and what you saw. It was a gorgeous day. I remember being completely impressed with how good it smelled of pines. The air was crisp. The trails were groomed. The people were nice. What more could you ask for? One of the people that stuck out in our mind was this woman who was walking by herself with her dog off leash. I remember passing her, and
along the trail they passed a man walking alone. White shirt, glasses, quiet. When he didn't respond to their calls of, excuse me, they laughed it off, joking nervously that he looked like a serial killer. Then they moved on.
The dog by his side.
Wow, he's here. Hi, Pat.
We mentioned who we were and that his wife was looking for him, but he didn't quite understand what was going on, even after we explained it to him. After about 30 minutes of trying to call his wife, she finally picked up, and it turned out that they had actually parked on an entirely different trail.
Later, on their way back, they spotted a woman they'd seen earlier. Only this time, she looked panicked, pacing in circles, calling for her dog.
The park, when we noticed a man up ahead. He was wearing a white shirt and glasses, walking by himself. We called out to him that we were coming up on his left. He didn't react at all. So we called out again, hey, we're coming up on your left, excuse me, no reaction. Third time, no reaction, which I thought it was odd. Odd enough for me to make a comment, something along the lines of, wow, that guy was creepy.
When they stopped to help, her words froze them. Her husband was missing. He had dementia. And yes, he was wearing a white shirt and glasses.
Missing your dog? She replied, well, I am missing my dog. The dog is with my husband. I'm actually missing my husband. He has dementia and he doesn't have a cell phone on him. We asked her, was he wearing a white shirt and glasses? And she responded, yes. In that moment, I felt two things. One, I felt a lot of guilt because that was the guy with dementia was the guy that I called a serial killer. But I also felt a very strong responsibility to find this man. Being on bikes, we knew that we could cover a lot more ground in a short amount of time. We asked for her phone number, told her we would keep our eye out and call her as soon as we found him. We got a little lost ourselves on the way back, making a few wrong turns.
Guilt hit immediately. They turned back, searching until they found him near the main road, confused, unharmed, unaware he'd ever been lost.
Her telling me that if we ever made it back to Glacier National Park, we had to hike a trail called Iceberg Lake. And I've always kept that in the back of my mind, that maybe if we go back one day, we'll get to hike that very trail and we'll get to invite her along with us. So it started as a simple adventure, turned into something more. A quiet lesson forever etched in my soul about making quick judgments, hidden struggles, and the power of stepping up when it matters. A beautiful reminder that life's trail.
When his wife arrived, relief washed over her face. Gratitude replaced fear. Off Moor Woodland, a quiet forest in the UK wrapped in folklore and whispered stories.
For supernatural activity. Many strange things have been spotted by locals, various other people which I've spoken to. I'm actually going to wait until 8:30 p.m. where it goes much more darker. But until then, I'm going to relax and sip my coffee.
Locals speak of strange lights, sudden chills, and the eerie sense of being watched. That's where the Black Country ghost hunters set up for their late-night investigation.
Me? Can you come forward and communicate by putting various things on my devices? I have lights placed around. You can communicate with those or put words on my spirit box. Where are we? Woods. Sure, that said woods. Yeah, we're in woodland.
The plan was simple. Stay past 8:30 p.m., test the equipment, and see if anything would respond. Within minutes, the K2 meter began flashing. Voices murmured through the spirit box, one phrase chillingly clear. For your vlog.
Once. Can you make noises around me? Like you was doing? For your vlog? Let me replay. It said for your vlog. We are going to walk around Uffmore Woodland, going various places. Grabbing my K2 meter. Let's go. Creepy part, we heard noises, great K2 responses, again strange words. Hello?
Encouraged, they pushed deeper into the trees. Then came movement, faint lights drifting between the trunks. They called out, but no one answered. The glow came closer, then retreated, then surged again.
What was that? Did you hear that? Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah.
I heard something.
Outside there and someone will go check. I'll go through it. I don't mind.
Nothing around, is there?
No.
Come on, show yourself now. I'm not afraid.
That is scary.
Yeah, we keep seeing lights. Hello? Shut up.
Where's the lights go?
Hello?
Oh, it's moving. Oh, it's coming towards us. It's coming towards us. Put the flash down, It's getting closer.
Hello?
What's a bike, I think?
It could be a bike, yeah.
It's really bright now.
But did you not hear the weird noises?
Who's there?
Put the flashlight on, one shouted. But when the beams hit, there was nothing there. No figures, no sound of footsteps or bikes. Only darkness and an unsettling silence.
Can you?
It got closer. And I could hear voices.
Yeah, can still see faint lights.
Like that. What the flip is this? Hello?
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 It's much closer. What is that? We can't lose track of this.
No, definitely not.
If it's gone, if it like disappears, I'm running towards it because we need to see what that is. That's not a biker either. Not a person. They would have responded to our hellos. It might have just a flipping lamppost.
It's installed on.
A scream echoed from the distance, followed by another spike on the meter. Moments later, they stumbled upon an old churchyard. Empty, cold, still.